World Champion Steve Tylecote with Mel Hughes. We have Greg, Eaton, Tasha Hughes, and Roger Morris with Damian Boreham. And in light blue boats we have Island A, crewed by Rachel, who we all know well at the club. So you could almost say that Spinnaker have got a foot in both camps.
UK in the yellow. For Ireland, sailing number 22, Marshall King. He's crewed by Rachel Crebbin. In number 23, there's Mark Little, crewed by Paddy Oliver. And in number 24,
2 minutes to go.
Fitzpatrick with David McHugh. 2 minutes to go. And for the UK,
they reset the course now.
The Spinnaker Club at Ringwood. Number 19, Greg Eaton and Tasha Hughes. From number 20, Roger Morris with Damian Boreham. And in 21, Steve Tylecote and Mel Hughes. A minute and a half to go now to the start of this first final of the inaugural IYRU World Team Racing Championship. Ireland in blue, the UK in yellow.
Right now it's recorded. The Irish.
They've also changed to the small cadet sails now. So we're not going to have the spectacular reaches that we had in the last set of races.
It's generally regarded by the beach party as marginal. So down comes the sail area on fireflies. Paddy.
Here the gallery counting down.
A good step. And with 50 seconds to get Alan. Alan lead.
Oh, we seem to have two Irish boats going the wrong way, but
Roger Morris going across on Ford. And England in fairly strong control of this first leg of the final. Ireland first to the weather mark and crowding it. Mark Little, who went round first, followed by Roger Morris, then Steve Tylecote, then Greg Eaton. So it's UK in 2, 3, 4 positions at the moment. Roger Morris making an attack on the weather side of Mark Little. Very concerted attack coming now from the UK team. Little taking a smart lap there. Steve Tylecote, but Steve Tylecote going past to windward, getting the master beat position, and that also helped Roger Morris to move into first place. So now, out in front, Roger Morris. Steve Tylecote, so inside overlap, going round. So, UK 1 and 2. But a good rounding there by Little. Put him right up on the other side.
That's where Roger got last night.
Steve Tylecote. Fairly vicious gusts out there. Mark Little doing a great job there in number 23.
No, he was doing it.
Going to sail him all the way to the wall. Mark Little's going to wait until Steve Tylecote goes for water. Has tacked. Mark Little came out of that tack just a fraction better than Steve Tylecote. Greg Eaton at number 19, fourth place boat, crossing ahead of Marshall King in 22. Now Marshall King coming up, not quite able to get to Mark Little. May not hold for long. Oh, and a penalty turn having to be taken by Mark Little. That's 360. Here comes the 720. And that'll put him some way back. But in these gusts, there is every opportunity in a firefly to catch up. But the UK now looking pretty good. They go to the fourth mark. Slightly bigger course for this final than there was for the third place final. Going into third place.
When it goes on that floor,
But a 1-2-4 for the UK is more than adequate. This will be quite a brisk run down to the mark just off the seawall.
Really, to go down there and back up to the rock.
1-2-5 now. But while there's still 1 and 2, there's still a winning combination for the UK. Roger Morris out in front, Greg Eaton in second place. A couple of weeks ago, Roger Morris was just finished a stint as sail trimmer on board the big boat in the British Admiral's Cup team. And you will remember that they managed to win their division in the fastnet race. So that was 44 feet of boat, and now he's down to 12 feet. Roger Morris still ahead of Greg Eaton in that 1-2 position. As they come towards the 6th mark, and there's still enough breeze out here with these small mainsails to play in the fireflies. Scratch to the head by Roger Morris there as he turns up. 1-2 for the UK. Tom Fitzpatrick, David McHugh going round in 3rd place. King and Rachel Crebbin in 2nd and 4th. And then the 3rd of the British team, Tylecote. Going up through the line now, UK 1 and 2. Roger Morris still ahead of Greg Eaton. And Tom Fitzpatrick for Ireland. King on starboard tack in the pale blue boat for Ireland. Still ahead of Tylecote. Bringing up the rear, Mark Little. 2 penalty turns did for him. But he has closed the gap. Mark's currently doing a great deal of laser sailing. And around the well arm, it's still Roger Morris from Greg Eaton, 1 and 2 for the UK. Going round the head, King. Tylecote still there. And the UK comfortable winning position. They go down the 2nd leg on the 2nd round of the 1st race in the final of the IYRU World Championship.
Excuse me.
Recorder, Geoff.
Yes, it is actually. In stereo. You consider that these guys had their first race at 6:30 this morning, and it's now 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Really amazing. I think if I try suggesting 6:30 starts at the club, I'll be told where to go. But on the other hand, it won't be a World Championship. As Bruce has just made a comment, especially by the umpires. Well, I'm keeping a close eye on this because it's going to be any action. It's going to be with this pair. I don't think Steve is going to be able to get an overlap with the mark. He might be able to. He's crossing to the stern. That risks the 6-boat getting through.
Going on down here, keeping Steve Tylecote back. Marshall King sitting squarely on him.
And meanwhile, first and second boats are sailing away over the horizon.
Very close attendance here at Steve Tylecote, the leeward of Marshall King. Steve Tylecote bearing off to get a tack in. Tack right to the weather of him. Marshall King keeping a real hammer on him there. Going to push him back. Getting back into 6th place. But even that won't be good enough. But this heavy attention by Marshall King has allowed Mark Little to get up in front of the pair on them, which is exactly what he wanted to do. Now, two UK boats stretching out there in front. Roger Morris and Greg Eaton doing the business for Britain. The Irish engaged in a team race amongst themselves. 1, 2 and 6. So the UK going up towards the 4th mark. Quite a gap. Back to 3rd place boat.
Roger and Greg.
Roger Morris. Greg Eaton. Stretching away. Thinking terms, perhaps a little of survival on the run. One thing they cannot afford is a capsize. They're not in any danger of receiving a penalty.
There's the mark at the end of this patch across the top of the lake. See how far they are ahead of the next boats. Just keep your camera on there. The last Irish boat.
Take their time to get the jive in towards the end of the leg. In come the flurry of 3 Irish boats. Before Steve Tylecote brings up the rear. But probably a little concerned about his own position, knowing that his teammates are in first and second places.
And there we have Roger and Greg.
Morris still out in front, has been throughout this race. Coming around mark number 5, only 2 short legs to go.
We have Tiggy standing up to take a photograph.
Final mark on this first of the finals. UK 1 and 2. And come the 3 Irish boats, led by Tom Fitzpatrick and David McHugh, number 24. Number 23 is
So here, Steve's still fighting.
with Paddy Oliver. And a spirited effort by Steve Tylecote to get an overlap now. That's done. Take 5th place around the mark for the UK. Reaching off down to attack right on him, and then Steve Tylecote drives through to Lewin. He's got a safe Lewin position and clear across in front of 22. But Mark Little will hold him there. Try and get his teammate up, but already Roger Morris, Greg Eaton have gone across 1 and 2 for Britain. Ireland is 3rd. Tom Fitzpatrick has crossed. And Mark Little has successfully got Steve Tylecote back in the 6th place. The 6th will be good enough, he knows that. Certainly the Irish not letting up on their team racing tactics as they've on his last leg, need all the practice, taking it, but it's 3-4-5 for the Irish and 1-2-6 for the UK, and the UK 6th, and it's
Right, and we're now going to go into the second race of the finals. In yellow, UKA, in light blue, Ireland A. UKA having won the first race. It was Roger Morris over first, then Greg. Steve was back in 6th, having done a very good job of making them concentrate on him and forgetting about the other 2. On to race 2. Right, and here we go for the second race, 30 seconds to go.
The second race.
Spinnaker in yellow,
Mark Little
Ireland,
drives
with Royal Alfred,
strongly, I might suspect there.
in blue.
Heading towards the committee boat on port tag. Steve Tylecote coming in at the pin end. So 2 on the starboard tag is Greg Eaton. Goes across in front of Steve Tylecote. Steve Tylecote takes up second place. Behind him and holding off the leading Irish boat.
Chris over on the other side still. Is that him walking?
Yes.
Roger Morris subject to severe attentions from the Irish. Sharpish luck there. Can't argue with Steve Tylecote. But the Irish 1 and 2 at the first mark. 3-4-5 by the UK. But that's not good enough for them. Steve Tylecote goes up to weather, trying to pass ahead of Marshall King in number 22. Meanwhile, Tom Fitzpatrick in 24 bears off to gain position.
When they're very good, they're coming across.
Mark Little digging deep and low on the right-hand side as they come towards the grandstand. Roger Morris going up behind the 2 leading Irish boats. Steve Tylecote on the outside of them. He'll be trying to establish an outside overlap. Roger Morris will be doing just the same. While Steve Tylecote hasn't bid, Roger Morris will be making all the gain he can.
Greg Eaton is over on the right.
Force Tom Fitzpatrick to drive away. After being called there by Roger Morris on Tom Fitzgerald, Patrick, is anything. The waving of the protest flag there, green flag from the umpire. Tom Fitzpatrick didn't get the double he'd hoped for.
Every time I say Master leaves them.
And round and on for 21, Steve Tylecote, then number 22, that's Marshall King. 20, Roger Morris. 24 is Tom Fitzpatrick. 23 is Mark Little. And bringing up the rear for the UK, Greg Eaton tacks around. He's going to get the attentions of Mark Little.
Break, tack out of it, tack out of it.
It's not enough springs or tears to the eyes, isn't it? But that tacking a little too close. Broad contact. And whilst out in front, there is still Steve Tylecote. The Irish are in 2-3-4, and that's the winning combination. 23, Steve Tylecote out in the lead. Greg Eaton forced on beyond the ley line. The Irish consolidating this 2-3-4 that they have. They're coming towards the mark. Greg Eaton having to bear off hard, but still can't quite catch the fourth place Irish boat. Now, with a 1.56, the UK have got some catch up to do if they're to take this final 2-0. But the Irish, with their tails up, are hard to get past. And they fairly well consolidated that 2-3-4 position. There shouldn't be any place changing up this leg. But the two British boats will hang on doggedly to see if they can be close enough after they round mark 4 to take the breeze of the boats ahead of them. Should this final go to a third race, it will happen immediately. The competitors will not go back on shore. Round mark number 4, Steve Tylecote still holding this lead, but now the 3 Irish boats go round. First one jives, second one stays on port jive. There's enough gap, but third of the Irish boats jives, so does the second boat in the UK team. Now the other one splits away. Roger Morris, who's held port tack. Greg Eaton, who's jived on the starboard. They don't seem to be having the desired effect. And the Irish closing on Steve Tylecote. Mark Little in 23 to the right of Tom Fitzpatrick in 24. Marshall King in number 22. Now forced to jive by Roger Morris, allowing Greg Eaton in 19 to go the other way. And now Greg Eaton on starboard attack. Not able to get up to do any damage to Marshall King. Marshall King is still holding fourth position. Right on his tail comes Roger Morris. Roger Morris trying to take Marshall King high in order that Greg Eaton can slip through the leeward. This is a ploy that looks like it might have worked too. Morris coming, trying to take the wind of Marshall King, but Marshall King coming in just round ahead of Greg Eaton. Didn't quite work the way they planned. Almost, it's closed the gap. Now, they're going to race on to try to improve that position. But back comes Mark Little. He seems to be the damage man for the Irish team. The man who seems to be able to do the covering that's necessary to get his teammates back into a winning combination. So they finish the first lap of this 2-lap race. The Irish still retaining this winning combination 2-3-4. Little out there to the left, just having to get through the line. He's in 3rd place. Greg Eaton tacks away. Immediately tacked on by Marshall King. He's also got a cover on Roger Morris. Mark Little keeping an eye on both. Greg Eaton now covered by Mark Little. Marshall King covering Roger Morris. While left the weather mark, Steve Tylecote goes round in a fairly leisurely manner, heading down the 2nd leg. Tom Fitzpatrick in 2nd place. The Irish on charge. Round goes Mark Little. And then Marshall King. Greg Eaton, Roger Morris. Still holding that 2-3-4. Ireland set to level this final, best of 3 race final.
Did you see how they lost?
Giving us all a little more excitement if they do. And it goes to a sudden death playoff.
Still got Steve out in 1st place. Way to left me the Irish boat in 2nd.
Going to the 2nd mark on the 2nd lap. Steve Tylecote just marginally ahead. Tom Fitzpatrick right behind him. But behind him come his 2 teammates. Mark Little, number 23. Marshall King, number 22. And they held off the challenge downwind of the 2 English boats. Fine piece of team race tactics there by Mark Little. Got himself into the position that he could cover either of the 2 British boats. And 1 tack away, he went and followed it, leaving his teammate Marshall. tactics by the Irish here on this short beat. Looking to control the situation, there they go. They have their playing partners, they may swap them from time to time, but essentially they're looking to maintain the status quo.
At the moment, I'm afraid, folks. Nothing changed.
Oh, there's a protest flag coming up against Mark Little. And it's gone to the umpires now. The yellow flag has come out from Roger Morris. Umpires are giving it considerable thought. But out comes the green flag. It goes up from the Irish supporters. They didn't want to see their man penalised. Roger Morris certainly did. Ball close up there at the mark. But that's now that's changed the game a little. Sometimes say in Hong Kong. Now the two English boats have still got to make one place up onto the Irish boat that's now in third place. Back comes the team. 1-4-5, that's good enough. The Irish coming back here. Now it's all on. Nobody's going to get off this leg until
They're all coming back.
big resort. Steve Tylecote has set himself up in the lead, but waiting to get into the fray should the Irish manage to get their boat up the back. Deliberate slowing of the pace in order that number 6 boat can catch up and get back into this. But at the moment, a 1-4-5 for the UK is the winning combination. It's a complete turnaround. So each of the Brits is covering his man. Oh, it's getting tight over there. Greg Eaton is having a lot to do to hold off Marshall King. .146 is not good enough. 145 is. This is what this last part of the race is all about. A lot will be determined on position going around this next mile. Fairly furious bailing going on board Greg Eaton's boat. Fair amount of shouting going on out there now. Roger Morris taking Marshall King up. He wants to green flag, and this is it, because it's now 145 again. It had been 146. Roger Morris now in 5th place, Greg Eaton in 4th. Steve Tylecote marshalling his forces from the front. Green flag from that protest. Steve Tylecote going round ahead. Tom Fitzpatrick tags. Steve Tylecote tags. Mark Little in front. Greg Eaton, 5th place. Roger Morris, 6th place. It's Marshall King. It's for whoever is last here is going to lose this race. And I think the Irish could well have done this one. However, Roger Morris is holding off the opposition. Marshall King can't tag.
This is the important one over here, I think.
Roger Morris at this stage. So it now puts number 21, Steve Tylecote, just getting it in front of number 24, but coming back in. That's a 1. Nobody else has crossed yet. Yes, he's crossed. That's a 2 for Ireland. A 3 for the UK. Yes, and that's going to be it. It's a 1-3-6, the winning combination. In this exciting final on the Marine Lake at West Kirby. A celebration for the UK team, the champions.
Thank you, Brian. I would now like to introduce Fernando Bolin, who is chairman of the IYRU Events Committee, and Richard Corner, Commodore of West Kirby Sailing Club, who will present the medals and the IYRU World Team Racing Championship trophy, which has been presented by members of West Kirby Sailing Club. The winners of the bronze medal are Australia. United Kingdom A. Team leader Chris Atkins, Stephen Tylecote helm, Melanie Hughes crew, Greg Eaton helm, Tasha Hughes crew, Roger Morris helm, Damian Boreham crew. Commodore Richard Corner will now present the trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, Fernando Bolin would now like to say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure for me, coming from Southern Europe, that I stand here and see so many countries taking part in this first IYRU World Team Racing Championship. The UK, that has been, along the years, responsible for so many firsts in the sailing world, can be very proud for hosting another first. Before thanking anybody, I would like to thank the local authority that has done so much for the success of this championship and has collaborated so much with the club, the West Kirby Sailing Club, for whom my thanks go also. I understand that the first team racing event organized here was almost 50 years ago. No doubt, this is one of the reasons why this event has impressed everyone by its expert and unfolding organization. The Commodore, Richard Corner, the event organizer, Steve Dransfield, and the whole team woke me up. Please accept our congratulations. An excellent umpiring team where I found many friends, headed up by John Durr, has ensured that this event has received the most experience on the water judging. I of course would like to thank Cliff Norbury, IYRU Technical Delegate, who has worked so hard for the success of this event. Thank you to all the companies who have sponsored this brand new fleet of Fireflies.